This is the Maritime University of the Caribbean. It's a Venezuelan institute that trains officers for the merchant marine. Stay with me because I'd like to share with you its history and international prestige. Getting to know the history of the development of the merchant marine officers in Venezuela necessarily involves going back to April 21st, 1811, date when the public nautical school was founded in La Guaira. Some years later, in 1946, the Venezuelan nautical school was established in Macuto, that is to say, to the east part of La Guaira, where it worked until 1955, when it was moved to its current building in Catalama, just here. But it was during the government of Major General Marcos Pérez Jiménez. In 1973, it created an extension of graduate degree of the Nautical School of Venezuela, the School of Higher Learning in the Merchant Marine. And 10 years later, both institutions were transformed into University Institute of the Merchant Marine. On July 7, 2000, during the government of our President Hugo Chávez Frías, our alma mater got promoted to the stunning level of Maritime Experimental National University of the Caribbean. This transformation allowed the development of wider character institution and also the development of new careers and the induction of the women in the different undergraduate and postgraduate programs, making history with the acceptance of women in the Venezuelan merchant marine. During all these years, having the strong will being nationally and internationally recognized due to its academic excellence and institutional leadership, the Maritime University of the Caribbean has been developing through continuous updating and the use of new software and technologies in order to improve the efficiency of the academic system and use of quality processes in the fulfillment of its mission in the production of scientific, humanistic, and technological knowledge for the development of the high competitive professionals. Nowadays, the Nautical School promotes the internal standardization of all its principles, values, nautical customs, comprehensive nautical training for the nautical cadets, within the framework of a nautical doctrine process, in which discipline is exercised based on solid ethical, moral, humanistic, and academic principles. In other words, to regain the majesty to being a worthy officer of the Venezuelan merchant marine. Committed to development of the maritime field, our alma mater taking advantage of the maritime heritage, graduates professionals creative, critical, and with great social awareness. Teaching, investigation, and inspection are the three main processes of the university that graduate maritime engineers. In the mentions of marine facilities, maritime operation, electrical technician, ETO, administration graduates, and the mention of international trade and transport, environment engineers, and informatic engineers, and bachelor's degree in tourism. Additionally, the Maritime University of the Caribbean developed the program to graduate in the area of maritime transport. They are graduates are at a technical level or TSU. Besides, the postgraduate rich direction developed 5 investigation lines on maritime field and social science in general, as well as the development in innovation to contribute with the strengthening of the national science. About fourth level studies, the Maritime University of the Caribbean offers the master's degree on maritime transport, the specialization on naval inspection and international trade, majoring maritime business and maritime law, and the postgrad courses for captains, chief engineer, and officers. In another process, the interaction of the university with its surrounding is promoted by the direction of station, which group the coordination of culture and sport and relation with the community. In pursuit of Caribbean integration, our institution manages the scholarship program for students from the Caribbean area, through which many students from different countries of the Caribbean island have already benefited. Likewise, the effort to promote the educational development is highlighted through a program that goes from the assignment of scholarship for educational merits. The students have also free services of food services, transportation, library, and computer lab and simulator systems. All these projects are developed by the Academic Vice-Rectorate of the Maritime University of the Caribbean and are executed together with the 3 other subsystems of the university. The Rectorate, empowered in the university community and superior extents to manage the university. The Administrative Vice-Rectorate, as a support to manage the administrative activities in order to make the system work better. And the General Secretary, which is the responsible one for the registering and administration of the institutional officer documentation and its graduates. The Venezuelan Nautical School is made up of groups structured under a single command, where discipline, loyalty, example, morals, ethics, duty, and nautical commitment are instilled in the new generation of future officers. Because the sea is not for the weak. Therefore, it is essential for the Venezuelan Nautical School to forge the aptitude, discipline, character, and the spirit of men and women, future merchant marine officers. They will uphold high ethical and moral principles as faithful ambassadors of our nation in all the seas of the world. So, the nautical cadets maintain continuous nautical training based on principles and knowledge that have been inherited from generation to generation. And finally, in accordance with international standards for the training of sailors, they will carry our flag to all the ports of the world, proud to be our graduates, our merchant officers, that is, part of our national merchant marine.